Hey, it's Doc, and welcome to the channel. So today we're going to talk about, well, what if you had the possibility to buy an older car from across the country and you wanted to drive that car home, say you were going to fly to get it, and you wanted to take a minimum of materials that could fix that car if you had a problem on the way back. So we're going to talk about the most common problems that could happen and the ones that you can fix and the ones that you can't fix. So in the old days, when you're going to buy a car, we would pack up this big toolbox and drag that along. But the reality is, if the car's less than 25 years old, probably if it breaks down on the road, it's going to be pretty hard for you to fix anyways. So tools aren't going to be a big part of this in the respect of fixing an engine or something like that. So first we'll talk about the carry case. So this is an NC Star Discreet rifle case. And as you can see, it's long and narrow and thin. So this fits really nicely behind, say, a two-seater sports car. The passenger seat, you can move it up and you can slide this back. So it doesn't take up a lot of room. It's a very durable case, so it can live through the monkeys at the airport that are lobbing your luggage everywhere. So it's checkable, but there are caveats to that, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's a very durable case. I think it's like $40. It's not super expensive, and it comes in black, coyote tan, and probably green. I haven't bought one for a while. So in my experience, I've bought several cars across the United States. Two of them were Solstices, and the other one was an older Corvette. The experiences I had were really good. Luckily, I didn't really need much out of this case, but I was happy to be prepared anyways. So we'll open up the case. Again, nice zippers, so it opens up really nice and wide. And as you can see, I've got a variety of stuff in here. Again, all of the stuff you can take on an airplane. The one caveat to that is, I used to have a set of jumper cables in here, which you certainly could, but now what I have is a jumper box. And the reason for that is that a fair amount of newer cars, and there's the jumper clamps there. A fair amount of newer cars, you can't jump them. And if you do, the battery requires a reset, and it has to go to a dealer, and it won't start anyways. So with the jumper box, this is, what is this, 1250 amp. These do more than jump. It also has the plug-ins, so you can plug in a phone or power a flashlight. So it's an external power source in addition to being a jump box. And the one thing you have to remember about jump boxes is if the battery is stone cold dead, there's a button here that you hold down and it will put it into the mode where it can start a dead battery. So that's good to know. The other thing you need to know is no lithium batteries can be put into checked luggage. So if you do take this bag on a plane with you, you're going to have to carry this on. So that's going to have to actually physically go with you. And so that pretty much handles what we can do with the electrical system. The other thing that I carry in here is, I think it's up here, I carry a big selection of spare fuses because you never know when a fuse is going to go. For fuel systems, there is the little adapter so you can get a gas tank into, or get the nozzle into the gas tank so you can pour gas. I only have a small container here which actually expands. I really don't know if it's gas rated, but in a pinch, I think it could hold gas, and I think it could do what I wanted it to do. The other thing in fuel systems is I carry a Jiggler, and if you're not familiar with a Jiggler, these are really nice to have. And essentially, it's a high-quality unit that it's basically a shake siphon. So you stick it in the tank, you shake it, and it's got a one-track ball that keeps the fuel flowing, and you don't have to suck on the hose to get your fuel out of the tank. Very worthwhile investment having. I've got some zip ties in here; those don't need to come out. And then right here, tire repair kit. This one's made by Slime. Slime's a very high quality product, and I've actually used these several times on the road, so very worthwhile, and you'll probably need it at some point. I keep a couple of rags with me just in case you need to wipe down. On the subject of tires, I keep a VIAir system with me. The VIAir is probably the best $60 that you'll spend, and you'll use it again and again and again, which it's just a high quality air compressor, which actually works. Unlike the cheap ones, which are not that much cheaper than these, this works very well. The one thing you need to remember about this is if it runs for a while, it gets really hot. So watch your fingers when you're touching. And with that, we also have some blocks. And basically what the blocks are for is a fair amount of cars, the Solstices, Teslas, they require a puck. This kind of takes place of the puck, where it just lays on the spot where the puck should go and doesn't put pressure where it doesn't need to be. In the respect of the tires, so a lot of cars don't come with spare tires anymore. And so if they don't come with spare tires, you're going to expect they're not going to come with a jack. So I actually have a jack here. Oop, it's strapped down. That's the nice thing about this bag, is it actually has places that you can strap items, and so they stay in place. So in here I have lug nuts, or lug wrench and lug nuts, and then a jack. So again, it's a very basic jack, but it will do the job for what you need it to do. A set of gloves, which are super important to protect your hands, and none of this ever happens during daylight. So I've got a headlamp and also a really nice portable light source, if I can get it open, which this is a LUXPro, and this is also magnetic, so you can stick it to the side of your car or whatever, and it produces an unreasonable amount of light. It's actually very cool. I've got a few light sticks in here to throw on the road if you're having problems. And then, of course, I don't keep the batteries in the flashlights or in the light sources, because they tend to, you find out that over time the battery leaked, and then you've destroyed the only thing that's going to give you light. With that, this, I believe, it's been a little while since I've been in this. This is some basic tools. Primarily, it's a wrench, a screwdriver, both a flathead and a Phillips, and a adjustable wrench, and then the lug nuts, or the lug attachments to take the wheels off. Carry a bunch of ParaCord, because you should never be without ParaCord. You will find use for it pretty much wherever you go. Here I keep a trauma scissors, a first aid kit, and a knife. Again, these are items that you should never be without. And then over here I have what I would call a survival kit. Hang on, sorry, I got to put my glasses on for this one. And in the survival kit, I have a little bit of food. I have some waterproof matches, soap, sutures, Band-Aids, can opener. I've got some reading glasses because I'm old and I'm going blind. Folding knife, compass, more batteries, toothbrush, mini mag light, some gauze, poncho, and pencils and paper. So all the basic stuff that you would require if things really went sideways. And then I just want to show you the inside of this bag, which is really neat, and this is why I like the bag so much. Get all the stuff out of it. You can see that we've got Molly on the back, and we've got these Velcro pieces on the inside, which help you kind of compartmentalize your items. Pardon me, your items. And it's really sweet, particularly for the jack, because the jack's super heavy and it could crush the other items in the bag. So that's it. Now I'm going to put all this stuff back together. I just need to check to make sure it was all cool and it was all here. You know, you should always recheck your bags before you do your trips. Make sure that everything's functional and that everything's packed the way it should be. In this particular case, I'm not sure. I'm actually going to be flying somewhere to buy something cool. I'm not going to tell you too much about that yet. And I'm not sure if I'm going to ship this ahead with some other materials that I need to ship, or if I'm going to carry it on, or if I'm going to check it on the plane. And again, if I check it on the plane, the lithium batteries have to come out of the bag, and I have to carry those with me. So that is it. You very shortly, in the next month or so, we'll be seeing what I'm going after. So stick with me. You guys have a great day. We'll see you on the trail.